Hey guys, what's up? I've been wanting to make a video for a long time. I want to talk to you guys, clerics specifically, and game players or not. Even the new players are, it's a good knowledge to have as well. I want to talk about a power called overflowing spirits. Well, it gives 25% outgoing healing. I know there's more to it, but let's put it into perspective right here. The companions and Mythic only give you 7.5 attributes. The enhancement at max height and level will give you 7.5 attributes. The gear pieces, you will only get 10% on the head, you will only get 15% on the chest, you get 7.5 on the arms, you get ratings, 10,000 ratings with this piece, brand new piece. You get 5% on the on the shirt. You can get 5% on the artifact set. You can get up to 7.5, I believe, on the rings. We're not talking about outgoing healing specifically. If we talk about outgoing healing specifically, things will be a little worse because the chest piece only gives you 7.5, and well, the rings are the same thing. You're gonna get 5% outgoing healing with the rings. You can get 5% outgoing healing with the Tiamat set, 5% of the shirt. But I just put this, just showing you guys that to put into the perspective of how much 25% is. Uh, this perk reminds me of the Raptor, because if you use the Raptor, if everybody's using the Raptor, you're gonna get 19% power. There's no comparison. It gives way more stats than any other companion in the game. So it's mandatory. So why are people not using this perk? I'll show you why. If you read it, whenever your divinity is full, your outgoing healing is increased by 25%. And people are not using that because they think that as soon as they use something, the healing, they are not gonna get the benefit of this perk. And if they are right, they are right. Yeah, as soon as you use something that costs divinity, you're not gonna get the benefit of the perk. But that there's the catch. You're not gonna get the benefit of the perk on the next cast. Why am I saying that? The main heal of the cleric is the healing word. Healing word does not care if if your divinity bar is moving or not. It only cares. It uses the stats of the bar when you cast it. Use the stats when you cast it. The moment you cast it, you have a term for that. It snapshots. It snapshots the stats when you use it. So all you gotta do is make sure that you cast your power when the bar is full. You're not gonna be using Bastion of Health on that to heal everybody. You're not gonna be using Intercession to heal everybody. You're not gonna be using Soothe to heal. You're gonna be using Healing Word, and then for your daily, mainly Guardian of Life, and in specific situations, Hallowed Ground. So if you get the Healing Word right with the buff, 25%, that's fine. You're gonna be good to go. And I'll show you why. I'm gonna cast the Healing Word right now. At full, the heal over time is what's going on? Did I change something? Oh, it was 155 right now. Strange. Hmm. I mean, I just tested a few minutes ago and it's lower for some reason, but okay, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna cast at full and we'll see. You see, I'm getting 151. 151 all the time. Even though my bar is not full, I'm still getting 151. My bar is full right now. I'm getting 151. It doesn't change because it does not care. The only thing it cares is with the moment we cast it. Again, I'm gonna cast it full. You'll see. It works for the initial heal as well. This 2050. 155. What you see? Now it's 155 for some reason. 155. 155. It keeps up all the time. 155. I'm gonna cast it twice just so I can prove to you that if I cast without the outgoing healing, without the bars being full, will be different. You see, 136, 136, all the way down. Even if my bar gets to the top before the healing word expires, I was still gonna get 136. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna cast it here again. 136. Still gonna get 136. It doesn't matter. And fortunately enough, yeah, I don't know if you catch it, I cast it before the bar went full, but when my cast time ended, the bar was full. So it doesn't matter. It counts the moment you smash the button, not when the animation is finished. I've been wanting to test that as well, so we got that out of the way as well. So, how can it make your Divinity bar fill up faster? Well, as you can see, I'm using in my square button right now the Divine Glow. As soon as I cast the healing word, I use Divine Glow to cancel the animation, and my bar is gonna be full way before the healing word expires. You see, I still have 10 seconds of healing word, and my bar is already full. And I don't have to do that. I don't have to do that. You see, my Divine Glow is gone. I'm gonna cast another healing word. And let's see. My bar is gonna be full before the healing word expires. My bar is full, healing word still here. I still have 4 seconds of a healing word. I can cast it again. No problem at all. You see? Of course, you gotta be good at divinity management, but I think people don't want to use this perk because they feel the need to keep healing people with that. They need to heal the DPS with that. They need to heal the tank with that. You don't need. The tank has the mark on it, which is the tap power, which is a really strong heal. You can use that, especially if you cast right after the healing word. The cast, you can hold it for when the tank is about to take a damage to use it. The cast time is lower, and the cost it costs less as well. We have the Divine Glow to use it. You need also the Divine Glow to use to regenerate faster the Divinity bar, and you also have another thing on the Cleric that helps you out, which is defeat repeated blessings. Whenever you heal an ally affected by healing word with an encounter or daily power, the effect of the healing word is extended by 6 seconds. It cannot go past 18 seconds, so the max you can refresh it is to its original duration. I don't wanna see people doing that, using the healing word and keep on doing that to refresh it. It's not cool, because if you look at the cost to use the divinity, the healing word, you're gonna use 220 of your divinity. To use the bastion, you're gonna get 100. If you use 2 of these, 2 bastions of health, not only you're gonna have to hit everyone, so it will only work if you in a trial scenario or in a content where people are grouped up, so you can make the most out of it. And if you cast it twice to get back 12 seconds, you might as well recast it again, because you just spent 200 divinity cost, while you can spend 220 to get more 6 seconds on it. The way you're gonna refresh this is gonna be your daily. So we have two dailies, the Hallowed Ground and the Angel of Life. Unfortunately, the Angel of Light does not work that good. Unfortunately, I'll show it to you. Healing Word. Let's wait a couple seconds. The only thing the Angel of Light does is give 6 seconds on the initial heal. The only thing. Even though it keeps on there, it keeps on healing, it will only give you 6 seconds when you cast it. It's not gonna give you 6 seconds with the heal over times that he's giving. So the power that you wanted to be using for that is the Hallowed Ground. And it is insane. The Hallowed Ground is insane when there's grouped up content. You see, I'm gonna let my healing ode almost expire. Almost. To use the Hallowed Ground, and you'll see. So 5 seconds, I'm gonna cast it. It goes all the way back to 18 seconds, and I'm gonna stay on 18 seconds until the Hallowed Ground expires. So I refresh it refresh it fully, and he's gonna stay. And not only that, he's gonna stay up as long, an additional 12 seconds, because the Hallowed Ground's still up. It's still up. The Healing Word's still up. I'm gonna cast it again. I saved the Healing Word with 1 second. It goes back to 18 seconds. So there are ways you can make the Healing Word up. It's still up with the full potential. It's still up with the full potential. Still up using the buff of Overflowing Spirits. One thing that I wanted to mention as well, since we are already talking about the snapshot mechanic of a Healing Word, is of this perk is here, increasing healing by 5%. This is a buff that goes beyond the 90% cap. This is similar to the Masterwork, the outgoing healing that it provides. It provides after the 90%. It does not show here in the stats because it goes beyond the 90%. We have a power that does that as well, which is Exaltation. To prove to you again that the Healing Word snapshots, I'm gonna use the Exaltation. We see we were getting healed by 155. I'm gonna use the Exaltation, which is increasing my healing. I'm gonna cast the Healing Word at full. It works for the initial heal as well, and I'm gonna get healed by 174. You see, it goes beyond the 90, and it's gonna go there. It's gonna keep on 170, 174 for the whole duration of the Healing Word. Even though my Exaltation buff is gone. You'll see, again, I'm gonna use the Exaltation, cast the Healing Word. It's 174. My Exaltation buff is gone, but my heals are still increased. Still 170. I don't know why it was 170 now and the other is 174. I might be getting some stats from someplace else, but I can't seem to figure it out. I don't think maybe a malpower. It doesn't really matter. Again, Exaltation. Gonna get 170 for all the duration of the Healing Word, even though my Exaltation buff is gone already. Another thing about Exaltation, it pairs really well with the Healing Word. It serves as a clock for the Healing Word, because the Exaltation cooldown is 18 seconds. With my recharge speed right here, it's almost 18 seconds. So if you use it in the duration of the Healing Word is 18 seconds. So use the exaltation, use the healing word. You can use the exaltation cooldown to know when to cast the healing word again. As soon as exaltation is back up, you can use the healing word again. You can use it as to measure, to know when to cast it again. And why we're talking about that? Why? Because, like I told you before, if you're not using Raptor, if you're not using this, you're gonna have to find outgoing healing someplace else. You might not be able to use some stuff to help your team. Okay, lately supports have been trying to make the DPS stronger, to make the runs faster. How do we do that? We use stuff like the set of the Apocalypse Joker. When I crit in the enemy, they get a debuff. They get a debuff, and my team gets 5% more damage, do 5% more damage to it. So I'm helping the team to complete the run faster. I'm also using on the companions dual senses, which reduces it doesn't this enhancement. People usually use power, critical strike here, which is difficult to get, critical severity stuff for the or heaving great for outgoing healing. I'm not using that. I'm using debuff. It's a debuff. When I hit the enemy, I reduce the awareness of it by 7.5%. The tank is already using the armor break, which reduces the defense. So I normally run with the awareness. 7.5% less awareness means more damage for the team. On the mounts, I'm able to use the aura. Okay, sure, it helps me a lot. It helps me too. 2,000 power is fine for me. I can make use of it. Defense, not so much. But hey, it's for everyone. I can use that. On the mounts. Oh, I don't have that right now. You can use things like where's the what's the name of it? Fisher Magistrate's Patience. Whenever you receive a damage from a critical strike, it works with the healing. It works with the healing. If you receive a critical heal, it works. It procs this. So you can use this to help teams as well, to the team as well. I have it. I have it on. You see the proc of the insignia right now. Say Magistrate's Patience. See, I received a critical heal and activated. So we can. So the goal here of the supports right now, of the tanks and the healers, have been mostly trying to improve the damage of the party, try to improve the survivability of the party. So consider using this perk. Consider. Although I'm only showing here the cleric heals, I think we can extrapolate the idea of how the heal works for the other heals as well. The bar healing has the rejuvenated carol, which is exactly like the healing word. It's a heal over time, so it probably snapshots the stats as well. We have the warlock that puts a heal on the ground. It probably snapshots the heal as the stats as well. So just think of that when you're building a character. It goes beyond just this perk. It goes to your gear or how much it fluctuates during the fight. You see, for example, I don't know why I'm comment right now. I don't know. Let me reset this thing. Damn it. Okay, I wanted to put my gloves here. I don't know why. I mean, let me go out here. wrap this up already. If you put gear that fluctuates during the fight, the healing word is probably not gonna be at full potential. For example, if I use these gloves right now and this in here, which makes stacks of it, even the rib cage, you use even the rib cage and the stats for the stats that you get vary in the beginning of the effect. So you're gonna get stats that increase the critical strike. You're gonna get stats that stacks that increase your critical strike and severity, and you're gonna get stacks of power. So we're probably gonna have to recast it. That's why we use Divine Glow as well. If you use one piece of that, you see I don't have this. It's stacking right now. It's stacking. But the healing word is not getting the benefit of it. So you might use Divine Glow to get the full again and cast it again at its full stacks to benefit of that. So keep that in mind when building the Cleric. Oh yeah, and the other healers as well, except the Paladin. The Paladin doesn't have heal over times, so don't bother too much. I use you see, I've changed my build a little, and I'm more my stats right now are more aesthetic than they used to be. But again, I try to help the team as much as possible. You see, I've recently changed for this chest here because I could afford to lose the. I could put the outgoing healer someplace else. I could use this critical strike someplace else. I still capping all the stats. It's not showed here because I don't have the raptor right now, but it's really easy to cap. I have 90% right now. I shouldn't because I'm using the augment when I normally use in a companion like that. So if you're wondering, I probably don't get 90% critical chance unless the forger box give me the critical chance buff. But critical severity, I have 3.3% more than I need, because critical severity, you have to think about it like that. You have two consumables. One that is the flask of potency that gives you 5%, which is really cheap, and the other consumable, which is the, let me filter, which is the one you get from the invoking. It should give you another 5%. So we have to build around that because it's really cheap. This build right here does not use the squash soup, which is good because the squash soup is expensive. So I could afford to use this chest, which helps a little bit the other players as well because it gives them forte. Oh, that's it, guys. Just keep that in mind. Keep that knowledge in mind. It works, although it might seem that I'm min-maxing. It helps the new players as well because 25% is a really is a huge increase to your healing.